Hi, welcome to Eating with Rula. I'm Rula and welcome to my kitchen. I take great pride in making meals or desserts that'll please my family and friends. One such dessert that they love is a pecan pound cake that I make. So why don't we get started? The first thing you're going to need to do is take 1 cup of chopped pecans and you're going to put them in a pan like this. And you can use aluminum foil or your pan, however you like to do it. And you're going to put it in the oven, 325 degrees, for about 5-8 minutes until you smell the pecans. But just keep your eye on it because they will overcook and burn very quickly. Once you've done that, let it cool, set it aside, and you'll put that in the end. So, what you're going to need here, this is going to sound really crazy to some of you, but 3 sticks of butter, or 1.5 cups, but I promise it tastes good. Butter is a good thing. To this you're going to add 3 3/4 cups of confectioner's sugar. And when your butter should be softened. So if you have not taken it out of the refrigerator in time, you really want to make it, you can just put it in the microwave. That's really what I do all the time. I just plop it in the microwave for 30 seconds at a time. If it's not done, it's still hard, I put it in another 30 seconds and then it's softened up perfect. So you're going to take your electric mixer and you're going to just beat that until it's light and fluffy. Okay, so one thing I just forgot to tell you is preheat your oven to 325 degrees so that as soon as this is ready, you can pop it in and it's ready to cook. Because there are not too many ingredients that you need for this cake, which is great. I think the butter makes up for it. So the next thing we're going to need is 6 eggs. And you're going to put it in 1 at a time and beat after you put in each egg. Beat it well and then put the next egg. Beat it well, the next egg, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to take my egg and then I'm going to... So this is what our eggs look like when they've been combined with the butter and the confectioner's sugar. And the next ingredient we're going to add is 1 tablespoon of vanilla. We're just going to put that in there and we're going to beat that in as well. Okay, so now you're going to take 2.5 cups of flour in another bowl and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. You're going to plop the salt into the flour. You're going to mix that around just a little bit, and then you're going to add it to the eggs, the butter, the confectioner's sugar, and the vanilla mixture that we have right here. Okay, and then you're just going to mix it all up, and then you're almost there. You're almost done. Okay, so we're ready for our last batch of ingredients. And that is 1 cup of shredded coconut. Yum, I love coconut. And your 1 cup of pecans. And then you mix it manually. You don't need your mixer anymore. So just take a spoon and mix it all in so it is very evenly distributed amongst the batter. And you are going to be in store for a delicious dessert. What you're going to need to cook your pecan pound cake is a 10-inch tube pan like this. And you're going to need to grease it. So if you like to use butter and flour, please do so. Or sometimes what I do is I use Pam, but I ran out of it, so I use my butter and I lightly floured it. And then you're going to put in your batter here, and then you'll plop it into your oven. Okay, so I put all my batter into my cake, and what I like to do when I'm using any type of tubed, anything with crevices, I like to really hit it hard against the surface just to make sure that the cake batter has gone in everywhere that it needs to be. And then when I've done that, I kind of smooth it out on the top so it's, you know, not one side is higher than the next. And then I clean it all up and it's ready to go into the oven. Okay, so ready to put our cake into the oven. And something that I like to remind you in every baking video is I put it in the shelf that's right above the middle shelf. It's not, you know, even, it's a little bit above. And we're going to leave it in there for about 60 minutes but I want you to check on it always, because I always like to say when we're using the oven, when we're baking something, ovens vary, and some are stronger than others. So at around 50 minutes, I want you to check on it. If it looks like it hasn't even browned on the top, then don't even open the oven. If it does look like it's browning on the top, take a toothpick and check. Because it can vary. I mean, the time is usually about 60 minutes, 65 minutes. It could be 5 minutes more or 5 minutes less. But just keep your eye on it, and we'll see you then. Okay, so it's 60 minutes later, and this is what our cake looks like when it's come out of the oven. So this is how you can expect it to look like. Okay, so now that you have your cake, you can put it on any sort of dish, platter that you want, and you can decorate it. You can put more confectioner sugar on top, like so. And you can also put like pecans around it and little bits of coconut, and it'll look really, really beautiful. I also want to show you what it looks like inside so you know what you're making and how it looks. Now I'm ready to enjoy my pecan pound cake with a warm cup of tea. I can't wait. I'm going to sit, relax, and enjoy. Thank you so much for joining me today on Eating with Rula. I hope to see you again. Take care. Bye-bye.